First question.
First question.
Go. Somebody go.
No one's going?
Over there. There in the black and white.
Somebody has
Yeah.
to.
There we go.
I have a question for you guys. How many of you guys saw the clip in the big room?
Nobody.
He's never been here before. I've never been here, so I'm like, yay.
We've been waiting.
We had to change seats, but yeah.
Kick ass? Done. Cut the check. Thank you guys for coming.
No. She said she'd rather see Kick-Ass.
Hey guys, Mark Walters. Mark Walters of BigFanboy.com. Thanks for coming to Comic-Con, and I know this is not the first time for some of you, but great to have you here. Can you tell us like how this Captain America film sets itself apart from the first Captain America film, and especially with the experiences of the Avengers leading into it, what sort of things we're going to see that maybe the audience may not be expecting?
That's on the talking point list of things we can't do.
Yeah, the movie is very different in tone from the first film. The first film was sort of a wonderful love letter to the origin of Cap and the time period. Cap is now in the modern world. The movie is a political thriller. In order to be germane to that tone, we wanted the movie to be as modern and as edgy and sort of aggressive as it could be. Because you can't have thrills in a thriller unless the characters are real stakes and real jeopardy. So, Cap has put through a lot in this film, and it's action, heavy, it's very intense movie.
All the way over there on the left.
Hi, I wanted to ask to Chris and to Scarlett about the involvement of Black Widow in this movie, because it seems that, especially for the director of Scarlett, and for Chris Evans, that share work separate, sometimes working for a team. And now we have to become a new team for this movie. So how was working as a team? Of course, as a script.
You mean how do we enjoy working together?
Exactly. And you got a little bit about the relationship
Between the two characters?
Exactly.
Well, when we find these two characters, I mean, we've really been working together. It's in real time, so it's been 2 years, and we're both agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Chris pointed out earlier, which I never really thought about the fact is, we have, we're fighting on the ground, it's not like we have these superpowers that we use and fly around and, so we have a similar kind of, we have a shorthand between us, we fight in a similar style, and it's very much a working relationship. I think, there's serious unfortunate things. They, kind of find themselves in a situation where their working relationship is becomes a more kind of intimate friendship. I think they have some unexpected similarities between them. They have their guard up, they have their trust issues, and they also have both been working for, the man for, their entire career, professional career. So they really, through this kind of unexpected friendship that forms, was, starting to question kind of what they want, and kind of start kind of questioning their own identity. So it's a complex relationship that forms between them. And I couldn't stand working with We've known each other for 10 years. It's our fourth movie together, so
We go back.
Right here in the middle.
Hi, how you doing? Dan Davey from the Cinema Source. Question for Chris. I was wondering if you could talk about Captain America is really the only remaining wholesome apple pie all-American superhero. I mean, we just saw Superman grunting and screaming his way through a movie because he has to be all angst-ridden, but Captain gets to be the classic hero. Would you talk a little bit about that?
Sure. I mean, that's, to be, candid, that's kind of the hurdle with Captain America, that his nature is to put himself last. His nature is to take everyone else's conflict and put it on his back. And as a result, it makes it difficult to find an interesting film because most complex characters have flaws. And Cap's, he's a Boy Scout. I think what's good about this movie is that, with the first Captain America film, it was about giving him the opportunity to serve, the opportunity to be a soldier. And Avengers, you have so many other characters and all these establishments and relationships, so you can't really dive too deeply into any individual character. In this movie, it's about showing Cap now given the opportunity to serve, given the ability to give of himself. The question now becomes, well, what's right? You know, I think he's so determined to be good, to be, to do what's right. The conflict with at least modern society as opposed to the 40s is, what is right? I think in the 40s it was very easy to say, well, Nazis are bad. We can all agree on that. Today, it's a little bit harder to know, well, where do you come from, you know, who am I serving? And you know, with modern technology and the access, and this is pretty relevant today for all of us, you know, where's the line? What are we going to compromise in terms of civil liberties to ensure security? And I think that's where it gets blurry for Cap, knowing, well, what's the right thing to do? And I think that makes it an interesting conflict for him, because it's not about just doing the right thing, it's what is the right thing? And I think we actually get to explore Cap struggling a little bit, because it's not black and white, it's gray. And I think that's where his relationship with Black Widow comes to fruition. That was a weird sound. The relationship with Black Widow is interesting because she's someone who's always had the ability to compromise her morals, and Cap is real black and white. And I think as a result, I can't say too much, but something happens.
Just got a potential whistleblower.
Sam! Take it easy! Something happens, and as a result, these two people from different worlds need to rely on one another, and as a result, you have two people who, on the surface, may seem very different, find a lot of common ground, and learn quite a bit from them. That came out pretty well.
Chris, you just mentioned relevant technology, kind of goes along with my question here. In the first movie, the only reference you understood was flying monkeys. In the sequel, as Captain America become relevant with today's trend and to what's going on.
Sure. I think you get a little tired if every joke is like, what's the internet? He gets it. And that's the problem is he doesn't sling jokes. He's not sarcastic, so it's hard to find humor unless the humor is self-deprecating. But you can't keep playing that one note. I don't get it. What's going on in this modern world? You know, so it's. I think we're past. You know, he's up to speed. He knows how things work. He has a cell phone. So we're not just hitting that one note. We're trying to find humor in other places. Thanks to Mackie. He's really good. He's funny.
I disagree.
My question's for Sebastian. I was wanting to ask you about the return of your character into this universe and what kind of hurdles and issues led to where he is now and how you came back to this role.
Well, I mean, in a sense, he's very similar to Steve Rogers, that he's another lost man in this new world. So, as we know, the journey for him is that he's just discovering about his own identity and sort of his role in this new world in his own way. So, for me, it was just sort of, how was I going to tie that to what you've already seen in the first film and still recognize the same person in the end?
Sir.
This question is for Chris. Could you tell a little bit about the difficulties of trying to play Captain America for the third time, if there were any, or what were your challenges?
Difficult. I think the difficulties are just about trying to meet the bar with which Marvel has set. You have all these fantastic movies with fantastic people. Every time Marvel releases a movie, it's better than the last one. And you just want to make sure you're not leaving any chain installs. You have all these really talented people coming together, and you just want to make sure you do your part.
Very popular role, but very different than being around a superhero. And what do you feel? How do you feel about the transition from both roles, where challenging experience, exciting experience. I had so much fun playing Spark, but you know, I can't say too much about how we produce her because I guess it's just not but it's a great experience.
Over here, over there. Hi guys, I'm loving the Marvel movie universe, and it's so great to see more women being represented. My question is to Scarlett, Emily, and Cody. How does it feel to represent more a strong female presence in superhero movies, and especially what do you think you guys would bring to this movie?
Lots of glamour. Well, I mean, I think that it's most superhero, films that are simply not really good. They just sound all way. It all becomes kind of like hair flipping, cozy, kind of hands-on hips thing. We do a little bit of that. But you know, it's important that it works. But you know, I've really had a great opportunity. I think I mean, Joss really set the bar. I think the vendors really sort of celebrate these female characters that are usually kind of broken sort of ornaments in the film, kind of self-assessed movie. You know, he was so, you know, he was such a pioneer, you know, in really fleshing out these characters, you know, sort of Black Widow, and really making her a character that could get punched in the face, and could deliver a blow, and could, you know, and wasn't an intelligent, complex, you know, really strong, female character for this series. So it's been a real pleasure for me to be able to play that and play those multi-layers and to really be able to act and not just pose. I think you know, our characters have you know, it's a real story with us here. They're not just romantic interests, and I think you know, makes our job interesting to watch.
Here's the front right.
Hi, my question's for Anthony and for the Russos. I think we're all really excited to see Falcon and Blue finally for all the obvious reasons. And I'm wondering though, the cast is huge. How much Falcon are we going to see, and if possible, can we get more Falcon?
Can't get enough. We all agree on that.
Well, there was about 5% of Falcon was filmed in the cast Anthony Mack, and that was 95% of Falcon. Because I would just show up and walk in the scene. But, you know, it's a character that's very personal to us. The same way we collecting comics since we were kids. One of the first books we ever bought was the Cat Falcon book. So, we have a real affiliation to the character. You know, we can't tell you exactly how much he's in, but you know, he's Cap is looking for a friend in the modern world who's lost everyone and everything he knew, and you know, Falcon could be that guy. So it's actually going to happen.
Joshua with Spider-Man Crawl Space. Is Captain America going to be ticked when he finds out that Coulson faked his death?
Oh man, yeah, it's just like, you know, leading into the world of like S.H.I.E.L.D., the TV show. I can't. This is where I panic. You know, Marvel is such a delicate animal, and you have to be so careful with what you say. I don't know. Who else? Kevin here. He's not. I can't. I don't know what to say. Go ahead.
So that
Cap doesn't know yet.
Cap doesn't
He'll find out when S.H.I.E.L.D. premieres. He'll watch it. What the heck? Fury, what's going on?
No, we'll know it's old, you know, time capsule footage. There was no Agent Coulson. Android that punches up.
are on Avengers Assemble. So don't you think it would be cool if the Falcon was also in there?
Look, from the beginning, when I'm growing up, I was a huge comic book person. We always showed me comic books with Black Panther and the Falcon. And when I heard about the Falcon, and I was given the opportunity to meet the Russos and we talked about it and what they wanted to do with the character, the reason it worked so well is the two of them had the ability to give dignity and substance to a character without making him heavy and hokey. And I think with the Falcon, what was so cool about the script where it is now and being able to work on it as an actor was having a three-dimensional real person that just happened to be a tactical expert that could fly. You know? So I think if the Falcon is added to the Avengers world, what's up? I'm looking for the opportunity to take down Iron Man. The only flying Avenger. No, you don't count. The hammer flies, you don't fly.
And I'm afraid this is going to be our last question this time.
Oh, you guys are so fun.
I better make it good there, I'm going to get rich after this, they're going to kill me. So, I want to let everybody know that, you know, the first movie with the writing and the story is the most important thing in the film. And everybody on stage just brought life to all of the characters. And I know everybody was looking forward to the second film. And I'm just curious, does anybody have any input, you know, when the writers are writing and you know, you want to continue the way they're writing? Sorry?
Downey has input in everything. We have
So, my question was, you know, But, no, my question was, is everybody, you know, concerned about whether everyone's going to like the second film as the first, or you know, it's just as good, or,
Are you asking?
That's not our problem. That's not our problem. Somebody else's problem. Josh has written it already. Check it out. How quick was this about with it?
Are you asking like what part of the development, like how much we're involved in each chapter and involved in the characters in this film? Is that the question?
Yeah.
No. This film or the Avengers film?
No, the first film.
The first film?
The first cap.
The first cap.
This is Cap 2.
I showed up on the last day of shooting. I was there for like 3 hours last day.
You can get the DVD, it's pretty good.
On that note, thanks everybody.